In the heart of a dense forest, shrouded in mist and mystery, lies a village that has become the stuff of nightmares. Known only as Eldergrove, this cursed ghost village has been the subject of countless tales, whispered among locals and adventurers alike. Legends speak of its once thriving community, now reduced to crumbling homes and overgrown pathways, where the echoes of laughter have long been replaced by an eerie silence. Those who dare to venture into Eldergrove often return with tales of dread, their faces pale, their eyes wide with fear. The story of Eldergrove begins centuries ago, when it was a bustling hub of activity. Farmers tended to their fields, children played in the streets, and neighbors gathered for evening meals. But as the years passed, a series of unfortunate events began to plague the village. Crops failed, livestock fell ill, and a strange sickness swept through the population. The villagers, desperate for answers, turned to the ancient woods that surrounded them, believing that the spirits of the forest had turned against them. In their desperation, they sought the guidance of a local healer, a woman known for her deep connection to the natural world. However, her attempts to appease the spirits only seemed to worsen their plight. One fateful night, a terrible storm descended upon Eldergrove, unleashing its fury upon the village. Lightning split the sky, illuminating the faces of the terrified villagers as they huddled together in the town square. In the chaos, the healer, driven by fear and desperation, performed a ritual meant to banish the malevolent spirits, but instead of restoring peace, her actions unleashed a curse upon Eldergrove, sealing the village's fate. The storm raged on, and when dawn broke, the village was abandoned, its inhabitants vanished without a trace. As the years turned into decades, stories of Eldergrove spread beyond the forest, drawing the attention of thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts. They spoke of ghostly apparitions, disembodied voices, and an overwhelming sense of dread that hung in the air like a thick fog. Some claimed to have seen shadowy figures darting between the trees, while others reported hearing the faint sound of children laughing, only to find the village empty and silent. Despite the warnings, the allure of the unknown proved irresistible to many. Those who dared to explore Eldergrove often spoke of an unsettling atmosphere that enveloped the village. The air felt heavy, as if the very ground was steeped in sorrow. The buildings, once vibrant with life, now stood as hollow shells, their windows dark and empty. Vines crept up the walls, reclaiming the structures as nature slowly swallowed them whole. The streets, lined with cracked cobblestones, seemed to twist and turn in ways that defied logic, leading wanderers deeper into the heart of the village, where shadows danced and whispered secrets. One particularly brave group of adventurers decided to spend a night in Eldergrove. Armed with flashlights and an insatiable curiosity, they set up camp in the village square, their laughter echoing through the empty streets. As night fell, the atmosphere shifted. The wind howled through the trees, carrying with it an otherworldly chill. The group huddled around a flickering campfire, sharing ghost stories and daring each other to explore the nearby homes. As the clock struck midnight, a sense of unease settled over them. The laughter faded, replaced by an oppressive silence that seemed to press down on their chests. One by one, they ventured into the village, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. They entered the first house, its door creaking ominously on its hinges. Inside, they found remnants of the past, dusty furniture, faded photographs, and a sense of abandonment that sent shivers down their spines. In the corner of the living room, a child's toy lay forgotten, its cheerful colors dulled by time. One of the adventurers picked it up, and as they did, a sudden chill swept through the room. The flashlight flickered, and for a brief moment, they thought they saw a figure standing in the shadows. Panic gripped them, and they rushed back outside, the laughter of their earlier bravado replaced by nervous whispers. As the night wore on, they continued to explore, each house revealing more unsettling sights. In one home, they found a diary left behind, its pages yellowed with age. The entries chronicled the decline of the village, filled with desperate pleas for help and accounts of the strange occurrences that plagued the residents. The final entry, scrawled hastily, spoke of the healer's fateful night and the curse that had befallen Eldergrove. It ended abruptly, as if the writer had been interrupted mid-thought. The adventurers, now thoroughly unnerved, decided to make their way back to the village square. But as they retraced their steps, they realized that the familiar paths had changed. The streets twisted and turned in ways that felt wrong, leading them deeper into the heart of Eldergrove. Shadows loomed larger, and the air grew colder, wrapping around them like a shroud. Whispers filled the air, unintelligible, yet filled with a sense of urgency. Just as panic began to set in, they stumbled upon a clearing, illuminated by the faint glow of the moon. In the center stood a statue of the healer, her expression one of sorrow and regret. The adventurers approached cautiously, drawn to the figure that seemed to pulse with a strange energy. As they reached out to touch the statue, a surge of emotion washed over them: grief, loss, and an overwhelming sense of longing. In that moment, they understood the tragedy of Eldergrove. It was not merely a ghost village, but a place trapped in time, haunted by the memories of its lost inhabitants. The curse was not just a punishment. It was a reminder of the consequences of fear and desperation. As dawn approached, the adventurers made their way back to the village square, the weight of their experience heavy on their hearts. When they finally emerged from the shadowed paths of Eldergrove, they carried with them more than just tales of terror. They had glimpsed the sorrow of a village forever haunted by its past, a place where the echoes of laughter had faded but never truly disappeared. Eldergrove remained a ghost village, but it was also a testament to the fragility of life and the enduring power of memory, a haunting reminder that some places are better left undisturbed.